Hello everyone. Welcome back to our channel. First, in essence, we are having an exchange. When asked to describe an ideal partner, women will talk about things like intelligence, humor, a stable job, owning a house, etc. In other words, having many resources to offer her. Men, when asked the same question, will list things like being good at cooking, keeping the house tidy, being good with children, being sexy, or, broadly speaking, offering services. Society, and especially movies, often portray beautiful concepts like compatibility and love, but in essence, they are only a fair exchange between resources and services. Men often evaluate women based on the services they can provide and their appearance. This is not to criticize men as being selfish or narrow-minded. The purpose here is to help women understand that men's needs are actually very simple. If women know how to meet those needs at the right time, they will be very happy. Conflicts are inevitable if women use the values they cherish to force the idea that he should also see it as important. Second, how do men evaluate women's attractiveness? When men are shown images of sexy and beautiful women, researchers have found that two areas of their brain are activated. The visual stimulation area, no wonder, men love with their eyes, and the penis erection control area. To explain this phenomenon, we have to look at how the male brain performs its function of maintaining the offspring. When searching for a mating partner, they have to look at and evaluate the physical characteristics of the potential partner to ensure they will produce healthy offspring and ensure good genetic diversity. If the partner is a young and healthy woman, the man will become more aroused because that means the chance of successful reproduction is higher. Beauty, on the other hand, is like a small bonus, a criterion created by society's prejudices and trends, just like how we like to look at a beautiful painting. Their instinctual brain does not necessarily have to find someone beautiful, as the only concern of our ancestors in the past was survival and preservation. However, the influence of the media, which I will discuss specifically below, has increased the demand for appearance much more than our ancestors in the past. On the other hand, the appearance of one's partner is also a means for men to show off their resources. That's why when you see a beautiful woman, you immediately think that her boyfriend must be very rich, wealthy. This is why men fall in love faster than women and are also more easily love-struck, because they are easily stimulated by what they see. Another thing that scientists have noticed when scanning the brains of male subjects is that when they see an attractive woman, the image stimulation area overrides the area responsible for logical thinking, explaining why men often make mistakes in their decisions in front of beautiful women. Therefore, we have a saying, nature gave men a penis and a brain, but not enough blood to operate both at the same time. A message to women. No matter how old you are, keep striving to make yourself beautiful. Third, what makes a woman attractive to men? All the signs indicate that she is capable of giving birth to healthy children. Smooth and healthy skin, shiny hair, reasonable body fat percentage, bright eyes, high energy levels, cleanliness, and a waist-to-hip ratio of 70%. This is the value obtained by dividing the measurement of waist circumference by that of the hip circumference, at its largest point. It doesn't matter how much you weigh, even if you are overweight, as long as your body meets this ratio. The male brain immediately evaluates you as attractive, because this ratio is ideal for reproduction. Fourth, what do men hate the most? They hate women who constantly complain about their physical flaws. For example, my thighs are too fat, my butt is saggy and big, or, I'm too short. When a man loves a woman, his brain focuses only on her strengths and not her weaknesses. If you force him to talk about those weaknesses or he talks about them emotionlessly, he may say, but I still think you're beautiful, because they don't really see them as flaws. For men, a woman's height or weight is not something they care about. What annoys them the most is when a woman is insecure about her own beauty. Fifth, don't let movies or media deceive you about women's standards. Have you ever noticed in women's magazines or even fashion TV shows, there are often thin, bony girls walking on the catwalks? This is because, with small frames and little flesh, these girls' bodies become like mobile hangers, ensuring the clothes are the highlight of the fashion show. However, in reality, men are not interested in skinny girls like this, as it goes completely against the image of a healthy woman, the ideal object of desire in men's eyes. That is why in men's magazines, especially car advertisements, models are often people with flesh, curves, and vitality. Only men can understand each other. Experiments have shown that men who are shown pictures of extremely seductive and attractive women, and then evaluate their real-life partners as less attractive than those in the pictures, are usually not satisfied with their relationships, are not serious, and are somewhat distant from their partners. Even men with beautiful girlfriends or wives do the same after being shown the pictures. This is very harmful because the pictures that men often see in the media or on the internet are carefully selected and skillfully edited through computer software. In other words, those images are not real, and men should choose their partners in real life, rather than fantasizing about images that are too perfect. Because they are deceived by the media, men nowadays are often not serious in their relationships and are likelier to have multiple partners at once. It is also for this reason that modern women seem to have an obsession with beauty to the point where they are willing to use extreme measures such as cosmetic surgery or spend too much money on clothes and cosmetics to attract the attention of men. Sixth, what do men really want? Men's needs are not only fewer but also easier to fulfill than women's needs. 1. Sex. 2. Basic services. Food, cleaning, childcare, etc. 3. To be loved and to be number one. 4. To be alone without being disturbed. Everything a man says and does shows his desire for these needs to be met. The problem is that women may consider the above things unimportant or contrary to their own needs. For example, a man may consider working late, working overtime, or doing 2 jobs at once as a sacrifice to provide warmth and comfort for his family. But a woman may interpret it as, he values work more than family, going against their need for connection. 5. Everything I do is to get at least one of the above 4 things. Taking you shopping, fixing your things, taking you to a romantic dinner, inviting you to dance, telling you that you are the only one, the best person he has ever met. Or even saying what you want to hear instead of what he really thinks. All of this is for one purpose only. To make you meet at least one of the above 4 things as soon as possible. Why do we know that? Simply because men won't do the same things for another man. If they do something like that for another man, they will understand implicitly that there is a debt between them, and the other person will definitely have to repay that debt, in one way or another. If he does one or more things for you without asking for sex, it means that he also expects you to repay that debt for him, as if you were a man. When women threaten not to provide one of the above things, then men, no matter how insensitive they may have been before, will promise and commit to a long-term love, even until old age, and even promise a wedding, a house, and children. He will do anything to regain those services above. Fortunately for men, women usually believe those promises. The advice for women is, even if you are in a happy relationship, don't trust men's words too much. Conclusion. Most, if not all, of the needs of men mentioned above are extremely practical for women, without being irrational or any negative adjective that denies their practicality. But that's the reality of life. That's how the male brain is wired. If women can understand them, it will be easier to empathize and catch them. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you at the next one.